A lot of the times in mindset, we can kind of base somebody's mindset off of how their integrity is. Now, mind you, integrity itself is not mindset, it's a trait. It's something that leads to mindset that can kind of give you a visual as to how somebody's mindset is, because integrity kind of shows you how somebody's honesty is, how their accountability is, or if they can even take responsibility for whatever it may be that they're supposed to take responsibility for, right? And let's use an example here. Like, integrity is going to go off of like those people that leave shopping carts in a parking lot. Now, I'm not saying to target some 70, 80-year-old handicapped guy that can barely walk to his car, right? Like, when I see people like that, I can kind of understand that scenario. But an abled person like myself who takes a cart, goes shopping for anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour, if I go back to my car and I leave that shopping cart in a parking space, I am now lacking integrity, because instead of doing the right thing and taking that shopping cart and putting it back, which I know in my head is right, somebody with the lack of integrity is going to think to themselves, well, this isn't my job. There's people here that actually come out here to grab these carts, so why would I put it back? This shows a very fine lack of mindset, because somebody with a good mindset would have already put that cart back without a second thought. But you can kind of tell when somebody's mindset's a little bit off. Now, there are days where I have seen people put carts in the lot and just walk out. These are days where it's like pouring rain, super cold, things like that, right? But again, I've put the carts back while it's pouring rain. I've put the carts back while it's, 2-3 feet of snow on the ground. These are things that you should still do, because again, if I'm taking that cart for an hour, if I'm in there and I'm utilizing that cart, I'm utilizing their property, the least I can do is at least put it back in the shopping cart rack, right? But again, this is the difference between somebody who lacks integrity and has integrity. This is the difference between somebody else's mindset and your mindset. And just that simple thing right there can kind of give you a view into somebody else's mindset. Because if they really can't do a simple thing like put a cart away after using it, what else are they not going to take responsibility for in their lives? And this kind of goes back to my first video where I said pointing fingers. A lot of people that I knew that didn't put carts away actually didn't take responsibility for a lot of other things that they do in life. And a lot of the times, like I said in the previous video, they pointed fingers at other people, which again, if you point fingers at other people, you are not going to be able to understand your failures. You're never going to learn. You're never going to grow in your mindset, because if you can't take that failure and use it as a learning experience, and you're constantly blaming other people for your failures, then yes, your mindsets are never going to grow. And the lack of integrity is not going to help either, because all it's doing is making you look even worse as a person when you lack that integrity to do the right thing. So one of the biggest things with mindset is that you want to grow and you want to be in the right state of mind. And in order to do that, you want to surround yourself with people that are like-minded like you, who are also trying to grow their mindsets. So if you have friends that are constantly holding you back, if you have acquaintances that are constantly doing these things, that are constantly pointing fingers at you as to why they are where they're at, or why things never get done, and they're constantly pointing at you, or they're constantly trying to redirect the angle to make themselves seem like they're the better one and you're the one that's the actual problem, these are people that you should not surround yourself with, because the people that are going to help you grow are the people that push you to be better. And people with a lack of integrity are really not going to be the best people to surround yourself with. And a lot of people that do surround themselves with people with a lack of integrity do end up taking on those traits eventually, because the more you surround yourself with it, the more you're susceptible to doing what those other people are doing. So remember, integrity isn't mindset, but it is a reflection as to how somebody is when it comes to their mindset. And if you got somebody that lacks integrity, you're gonna have somebody that lacks responsibility. And these are not people you want to surround yourself with. And if you are one of those people, understand there are ways to get through it, there are ways to grow, but you need to start taking responsibility for your actions before you start pointing the fingers at other people. And this is the mindset tip of the day. Take responsibility and take accountability for your actions.